Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expect, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, you guys? Happy hump day. It is Wednesday. Happy hump day. I hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is doing well. Happy Wednesday to you all. Come on in. Let me say hi to the people. Before we get into it. What's up, Ray? I ain't seen you in a while. Hey, boo. B-Lo, Itty Bitty, Tawanda D. What's going on? Hey, lovely Nola. Hey, Chuck. Hey, baby. Crystal, what's going on? Gossip in the Garden. Amber, what's up? Nubian Mahogany. Nap Queen. Quake, hey, girl. Marnie, what's up, Shay? You back? Because I was going to call you yesterday, but I wasn't sure when you were back. I got this restaurant I want us to go to. I know you always down. It's a place. It's this spot that I want to go to. So hit me up. Excuse me. What's up, El Michelle? Alexis, what's going on? Hey, Kenya, Drinks with D, Sharice, Mimi 26. You're in the air. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you had a great trip, safe travels back home. So maybe this weekend. I'm not sure. It's this spot that I want to go to. So you getting home today, Wednesday? Yeah, give yourself some time, give yourself some days to get rested, but it's this place I want to go. What up, Nay? How are you and Benji? Didn't I hit you up the other day and ask you how y'all were doing? I don't remember if you responded or not. Hey, Cheryl, what's going on? All right, you guys. So we about to we're going to get into some things today. Where are my notes? Oh, Lord. First of all, I just want to remind everybody, now that I've gotten past the Boss Babes and I've gotten past the Mother's Day and I've gotten past my girls' trip, we are back on our grind. So do not forget that in October, you guys, we will be going to Books and Bourbon. For those of you who are not familiar, if you're new here, you don't know what Books and Bourbon is. Books and Bourbon is a trip that we are going to be taking to Louisville, Kentucky, where we are going to be attending the Louisville Book Festival, which is curated by one of my really good friends that I went to college with. She is also an author. And we're going to be staying on Whiskey Row. So when you go to Louisville and you stay on Whiskey Row, why not hit a couple of distilleries? So we are going, it is the weekend of October the 10th through the 12th. There is a link for the hotel. I don't know if there are any rooms left, but you can always call and find out. If not, nobody has hit me up and said they couldn't get a room. So I'm assuming that the rooms are not all gone. I blocked off 10 rooms. When I went to go book my room, which y'all beat me to the punch to book a bunch of these rooms, there was still some rooms left, but not a lot. So if you're interested in going, if you haven't already booked your reservation, I can get you guys the link. If you are in the Instagram group, the link is in the Instagram group, but I can drop it again because you might have to scroll so far up to go find it. But I will drop it again if you guys need it. There is a VIP package, which includes a t-shirt. It includes your entry into 2 of the distilleries. It includes transportation now I'm not sure if we're going to need transportation to the book fair, but if we go to the Black-owned distillery, we will need transportation because that's that's near the Muhammad Ali Center. Also, it will include swag, some sort of swag from the book festival. I'm trying to they have these really nice tote bags. You do not have to buy a VIP package to participate, you guys. I mean, listen, we're going to go hang out. But I just thought that would make life easier for everybody. And, get a little t-shirt, a little something, something. Okay. The money is due by August the 1st. The money is due by August the 1st. Happy birthday, Tracy. Hey, that's one of my twins, Tracy and Tracy. Also, I will drop in the Instagram group as well information on the Louisville Slugger Museum, the African American History Museum, as well as the Muhammad Ali Center. You do not have to go to the book festival. If you're not that into books, you just want to come and spend time with us for the weekend, all those things are available as well. Chuck said also, if you want to visit the GOAT's gravesite, we talked that weekend. I know you meant to say something else, but I'm not sure what you meant to say. Hey, Dr. Matt, are you talking about the GOAT? You mean Muhammad Ali's gravesite? Okay. Yeah, there are plenty of things to do in Louisville. So, again, for those of you who are interested, you can join the Instagram group. Just hit me up on Instagram. I can add you guys to the group. And like I said, we'll put all that information in there. Okay. I think that's it for the church announcements for today. Oh, one last church announcement. Y'all, we are trying to get these watch time hours for honey, we're trying to get these watch time hours for oh shoot, I don't have it over here. Okay, it's on the teacher project side. We're trying to get our watch time hours for the teacher project 2.0. So even if you are subscribed, if you could go catch an episode or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, y'all go check it out, please. Thank you. Okay. We need about 2,000 watch time hours. So if you could do a playlist and just let it play in the background, that'd be great too. That'd be great too. Mims is in here. Mims, if you don't go lay down and get you some rest, how you need to start planning for my birthday? That's the next major holiday. Shit, I can't afford your birthday. He might be like riding on a camel in Dubai or something, child. I can't afford to hang out with Mims, Sandy. Oh, you're out walking. Okay, Chuck, we'll talk. We'll definitely talk. Because we got to figure out this restaurant situation. Okay. So there is that. All right. Hold on. Where's my pen? Okay. So there's that. I have neglected. I had it on the agenda for Monday's show, but then I forgot to talk about it. So I just want to send condolences to Joe Biden and the family. He did reveal to us that he has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer. I was trying to decide if I was going to say something or not. We're going to send prayers. That's all. I think there's some really disgusting people in this world, and they continue to show themselves by and by. Donald Trump, who originally posted a really nice tweet, which none of us really felt, well, I shouldn't speak for y'all, I'm going to speak for me, which I really didn't give a damn about his nice tweet because I knew that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, he was going to say something disgusting. So I really didn't, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it like he was already dead, Nikki. My bad. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it like that. But I will say this. And then Donald Trump Jr. said something really disgusting. So it was just like, I just can't with ignorant people. I just don't have the energy for it. But anyway, let's get into some things. Chris Brown is out of jail. Chris Brown is out of jail. He paid like $6 million bond, and I'm sure he's not allowed to leave until his court date, which is in June. But he was over in the UK for concerts. So he is going to do his shows. And there's that. So first of all, I have 2 things I want to say about that before people start talking about, oh my gosh, look at how celebrities get all this special. They say they wasn't going to let him out. It often happens that a judge will set no bail and then they will revisit it if the attorney files and asks for it to be revisited. So I really don't want people to be like, oh my gosh, they said they wasn't going to let him out of jail. But first of all, $6 million is nothing to sneeze at. And it happens a lot. Like people, even regular people, they may get no bail or get a high bail and the attorney will file paperwork and the bail can get reduced or whatever. So with that being said, he is out on bail, but I'm sure he can't leave the country until his court date. Somebody said, what did he do? He's accused of assaulting a photographer and there were charges filed and he did not address the charges as they should have been addressed. So when he got to England, the UK, I should say, he was arrested on those charges. So let me say this. And first of all, I need y'all to understand when I say what I'm getting ready to say. Well, let me just go ahead and say it. Fat Joe made a statement. And let me say this. I don't really give a damn about nothing Fat Joe has to say. I'm just going to be real clear about that. I don't really give a damn about anything Fat Joe has to say. And Fat Joe's opinion on any of it. I don't care. For a variety of reasons, which I don't have the energy to get into all the reasons why Fat Joe has irritated me lately. But let me say this. They talking about some. Fat Joe going to say it was a setup. Do y'all know how irritated I am with people? I think I'm just at my wit's end of people defending bad behavior, right? I think with the Diddy trial, I am up to here with the defense of bad behavior. I am so sick of it. I am not saying that Chris Brown is guilty of doing anything. What I am saying is there was paperwork filed where somebody alleged that Chris Brown assaulted them. There was a criminal case. Chris Brown did not address it. He's got attorneys, he's got money, he's got all the things that he needs to address a legal situation that may just be assault. I don't know, okay? I don't know the laws of the UK. But what I do know is it wasn't a setup that he didn't accurately address the issue so that the next time he stepped foot in that country, he was arrested. That's not a setup. Can we please, I'm so sick of people making excuses for bad behavior. If that had been Joe that caught an assault charge in California, but he lived in New York, and he stayed in New York for 3 years, and then he decided to go back to California and got pulled over on a driving violation, and there was a warrant out for his arrest, and he got arrested. Nobody set Joe up. Joe didn't deal with his issues. So now, when he got pulled over for speeding, it showed up that he had a warrant. It just so happens that Chris Brown is a celebrity. So that warrant that's been sitting there waiting on him for 2 years, the minute he stepped foot back into the country, then it was oh shit, Chris Brown is here. Let's go get him. That's what allegedly, and I'm going to say allegedly because he ain't been convicted of nothing. I don't know if that person is telling the truth or not that Chris Brown did or did not assault him. But what I'm saying is, it's just like any other court case. Somebody accuses you of assault, you have to deal with it. And Chris Brown, you have the kind of money that it shouldn't have even been a thing. You should have been able to hire an attorney over in the UK to do whatever needed to be done. This thing could have probably been settled in a couple of weeks. Back when it first happened, 2 years ago, I think is when it first happened. Sir, you knew about it. You knew it existed. But I'm so sick of people acting like, and I am guilty of doing this on a small scale, not on this level. But you know, sometimes that bill come and I don't want to deal with it, and I put it to the side. Then I forget and be like, damn, I forgot to pay that bill. But I mean, okay, but you know what? I got to deal with the consequence of me not paying that bill on time. If it's a late fee or whatever the situation is, I deal with the consequence of it. So when I saw that, I was like, I'm so sick of y'all. I'm really sick of, and again, I think right now I'm at my wit's end of the excuses for bad behavior because of all the excuses that people are making for the whole Diddy of it all. I'm just sick of it. Moving right along. So that's Chris Brown, child. That's Chris Brown, child. Where do I want to go? So much to talk about. Something else I meant to talk to y'all about the other day, and again, I got sidetracked. I think we got sidetracked with Diddy or something, child. I don't know. Hold on. Gilbert Arenas, I don't know if you guys remember, excuse me, a few weeks ago, I remember Gilbert Arenas' son was in a really bad car accident. We find out that he was in an induced coma, and he's doing a lot better now. He's home, he's up, he's walking around, you know, he's talking. He seems to be doing really, really well. Well, Gilbert Arenas actually spoke on what happened to his son. And what he said was, now his son was driving a Cybertruck. What happened was he said that his son lost control of the car through no fault of his own. He said there was a steering wheel malfunction. Through no fault of his own, he lost control of the car. And in him losing control of the steering, the car ran into a tree where the car then caught on fire. What happened was Cybertrucks are built to be bulletproof. His son could not get out of the car. He said that the son was on the phone with 911 for an extended period of time. And they were trying to say he fell asleep at the wheel. Gilbert Arenas says there's evidence on his phone to prove he was not asleep at the time of, he was probably on the phone at the time of the accident. He also was actively calling 911, so he couldn't have been asleep. He was called, well, I guess he could have been asleep at the wheel, but he said that there's evidence to prove his son wasn't asleep at the wheel. But because the car is bulletproof, he said his son was trying to kick the window. His son was trying to punch, like he was trying to get the window open so he could get out of the car, and he could not get out of the car. Had it not been for the first responders getting there as fast as they did, or in the time that they did, it really could have ended differently. And so speed may have been a factor, Mia. And so Gilbert Arenas was basically saying he stopped short of saying don't get your kids a Tesla. He stopped short of saying don't drive a Tesla or don't buy a Tesla, but he did say that those cars are not, how did he word it? Because I don't want to put words in his mouth. I'm not going to, this is a paraphrase, because I don't know. I don't want to put words in his mouth, so I'm paraphrasing. But basically what he said was, that's probably not the best car to get your child. So yeah. But I did want to give you guys that update that he spoke on it. He said his son is doing a lot better. Son is doing really well now. But yeah, he did want to address that. I mean, he did want to put that information out there. Child, let me delete this off my phone. Lord have mercy. Okay. I'm looking for something else. It was something else about Tesla that coincided with that, but I can't find it in my pictures. Okay. Oh, we're gonna talk. Okay. My guy in Vegas couldn't get out of his vehicle either. Oh, the guy in Vegas. Yeah, there's still a huge recall on them. From my understanding, insurance companies won't even insure them anymore. Like, because they've had so many problems, and they're probably the other thing about Teslas are expensive to fix. Once something happens with Tesla, like they're very expensive to fix. Hold on, Tracy just sent me something, child. What up, Abby? I saw you drop down, but I was talking, child. I was running my mouth. Hold on, what Tracy just sent me down to the neighborhood talk, child. What Tracy talking about? What's this saying? Oh, girl, child, I ain't entertaining that bullshit. Kim Kardashian. Okay, moving right along. Well, let's get into some TV talk. Let's expensive and ugly. You're right, because to me, this Cybertrucks are the perfect example of people doing shit just because they can afford to do shit. Because those cars are ugly, and nobody's gonna convince me anything different. Those cars are ugly. If those were Hondas, would nobody be buying them things? People are only buying them because they're Teslas and they're expensive. Those shits are ugly. And I don't care. I've seen where people have souped them up, painted them different colors, done all this extra stuff to them, and they're still ugly. Still ugly. I have never seen a cute Tesla. You said it's the Croc of cars. Now, Crocs have grown on me, but the Tesla truck will never grow on me because I actually do have a couple of pairs of Crocs. I think I got like 4 or 5 pair of Crocs. But I thought they were ugly as hell. The first two, I did. But I'm gonna tell you when I started liking Crocs, when I started wearing them and they were comfortable as shit. They still not the cutest shoe, but baby, they are so comfortable. Anyway. It's a design based on his youngest son's drawing of a car. Well, not his youngest son anymore because he got like 2 more kids. Child, moving right along. Just as a sidebar, and this is not great. I'm not turning this into a whole conversation about politics. I don't have it in me today. But baby, did y'all see where the president of South Africa met with Donald Trump and told Donald Trump that he was lying about everything about the white farmers in South Africa, even to the point where he had to call up his minister of agriculture, who was a white man, who was a member of the opposition party of his. So that's like Republicans speaking up for a Democrat or vice versa, and said, yeah, that's not true. What you just said, that's not happening. We're not killing. They're not thousands and thousands of white farmers being killed. That's not a thing. And then when Donald Trump showed this video allegedly of like all these grave sites of white farmers, baby, why the president of South Africa say, where is that? Where's this? He said, where's this? Donald Trump said South Africa. He said, I'd be interested to know what part, because that's nowhere in South Africa. That doesn't exist. That thing was funny to me. Anyway, that was a pretty the Midas Touch did a good breakdown on it. That thing was funny to me. He was like, where's this? Donald Trump gonna say South Africa. Now that's like telling somebody the United States of America. That could be any of the 50 states, any of the cities, towns. Like, for you to say it's in the United States, he said, I need to know where that is, because that's not in our country. Oh Lord. Anyway. Right, Felicia, it's not funny, but it is funny, because it's not funny that he's so damn ignorant, but it is funny. But anyway, moving right along. Let's get into some TV talk. There's a lot of shows coming, you guys. The women of the Real Housewives of Rhode Island have been revealed. I think we're going to just do a video breaking down the women and getting into their backgrounds. We'll probably do a video on that over on the other on the other channel. Right. Hit his best Portia voice. Who said that? All right, so we'll probably do a breakdown of that. But Law and Order Toronto, Criminal Intent, it will come on the CW this fall. Now, I used to love Criminal Intent. Criminal Intent actually is probably my favorite. I mean, other than the original Law and Order, but I like Criminal Intent more than I like SVU, if I'm being honest with y'all. But Criminal Intent, I think part of their problem was they kept turning over personnel. And I know Law and Order has a long history of changing personnel, but most people usually stay on for a couple of years. Like Courtney Vance was on there, and then he left, and then the guy that Vincent that played the main character, something happened with him, and I think he got sick, and then he left, and then somebody else was on, and then they left. It was hard to keep a staff, but I really enjoyed Criminal Intent. I still enjoy the reruns. I just know all of them now because the show didn't stay on that long. The CWY, baby, I don't know. I couldn't tell you why it was coming on the CW. I mean, maybe NBC didn't want to pick it up. I don't know. But it's going to be on CW in the fall. And it's Law and Order Toronto. So, I need y'all to not think it's going to be the same Law and Order. Right. He really did, Chuck. Vincent was y'all know Vincent. He really was. His intuitiveness and all of that. But then when he got sick, remember he got sick and he had gained all that weight. I don't know I didn't follow it enough to keep up with what was actually happening with him. But so it's coming in the fall. And again, I mean, I'm probably gonna watch it, but keep your expectation low. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. Keep the expectation low. Okay. Noah's Ark, the movie, the trailer dropped today. For those of you who do not know what Noah's Ark is, Noah's Ark is about it's one of the first Black, or actually the first Black LGBTQ series. It used to come on Logo, and then during COVID they had like a reunion movie, and now they're having a movie. It's going to drop on June the 30th, I believe, on Paramount Plus. We will definitely be discussing it over here. I know El Teddy's going to discuss it. We may or may not do it as a panel. It's going to depend on whether he wants to kind of do his own thing or not. But if you are not familiar with Noah's Ark, I know and I think El Teddy did as well during the pandemic. Y'all know we didn't have a lot of shows. So during the pandemic, Noah's Ark was one of the shows that we did a retro review of. So you guys can go back on my playlist if y'all want to go watch my old reviews of Noah's Ark. But we will definitely be talking about that. So that's dropping. I believe it was June the 30th. The trailer is out now for that. New season of Big Brother. I literally, just as I was going live, I saw the commercial on it. I was watching Beyond the Gates. The commercial came on today during Beyond the Gates. July the 10th, Big Brother will be back, which is this usual time. Big Brother usually comes on. It's a summer show, so that's to be expected. So start seeing start seeing more stuff dropping about Big Brother. And yes, as far as I know, we're gonna bring the panel back with myself, Kiss My Cheeks, Busy Blue. I think El Teddy joined us last year when he was available, when he was in town. I don't know if Abby watches it or not. Night, Scooter Boo. But we'll definitely be doing that as well. Another show that I think I'm going to review, and I just saw this today as well, so let me pull it up. Queer Love, The Ultimatum, Queer Love Season 2 is up. And I think it just started streaming, and it was on Netflix, I believe. So The Ultimatum is a show that comes on, I believe it's Netflix, where basically you have these couples that agree to swap partners for a period of time to see if they really love each other or not. Now, and I don't want to offend nobody, so please, I hope what I'm getting ready to say does not offend anybody. The straight seasons are really not that interesting to me, but the gay season that they did, pretty damn interesting. Now, I did go back and watch The Ultimatum, like the first season where it was like gay, it was straight couples. It wasn't as interesting. But the queer season, and I don't know why, don't ask me why, and it's all lesbians. It's all lesbians. So, Abby, check and see if it already started streaming. Because, baby, if it started streaming, me and you going to have to review this. I think we reviewed the last time, didn't we? Didn't me and you do a review the last? We're going to have to review this thing. Now, Abby tried to get me to watch the South African version of it. I never did get over there to watch it. But she tried to get me over there for the South African version. But we are watching that. The ultimate. It'll be over on the other channel. But, baby, we're going to watch that. But I got to check and see what date. Because it just says streaming. I believe it said. Let me see. It says it's here. Oh, it says it's dropped already. Netflix, Messiest, LGBTQIA, dating show. So it looks like it already started streaming. So, baby, baby, I'm going to hop myself right on over there. Because, baby, we're going to get into that now. Yeah, I'm telling y'all what I know, not what I heard. That's some good stuff right there. All right. There we go with that. All right. We got that. Okay, I did that. We get ready to talk about that. Okay. In the continuing education class of Target in the fuck around and find out category, it drops June the 25th. Okay, we're gonna listen, June the 25th, we're gonna review it. I'm telling y'all now. So y'all can go back and watch season 1. Get yourself caught up, get yourself familiar with what it is. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get over there and watch The Ultimatum, the queer season 1. Maybe that thing was some kind of it. Baby, them lesbians was messy. And then the reunion was so good. Baby, I don't know if it's been a reunion that good in a long time. Baby, that reunion was some kind of good. All right. June the 25th, Abby. Okay. All right, you guys. So let me get into, we got a few things, and then we're going to get into these last couple of stories. Okay. All right. Okay. This is the other Tesla story. Oh, this was the other Tesla story I wanted to share. So the Brooklyn Dodgers have told Elon Musk, thanks, but no thanks. What up, Don Don? Don Don is in the house, so that means it's time to do what, y'all? Don Don has dropped down, so that means that it is time. It's time to do what, y'all?
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Time to close the doors, okay? That means if you haven't done so already, make sure you have hit that like button. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. We are on our road to 20K. We need about 18. No, what we need? I don't know the number. We need 1,200. We need about 1,200 more subscribers. We trying to get to 20K before the end of the year. And if we get to 20K before the end of the year, we're going for 21K. And if we get to 21K, we're going to 22K. Okay, but right now we're trying to get to 20K before the end of the year. So if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. And listen, make sure y'all are still subscribed to the channel, because somebody hit me up yesterday and said YouTube done unsubscribed them, and they know they were subscribed to my channel. So I told y'all they unsubscribed Abby. Abby is a managing mod on my channel, and YouTube unsubscribed Abby from my channel. So just make sure you still subscribed, okay? But when Don Don drops down and we close the doors, that means it's time for you to make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, And again, donations are not required, but they are appreciated and they are accepted. So if y'all want to drop a little something in the tip jar, by all means. Now, we're not going to lock the door and stop y'all from going out. But if you want to drop something in the tip jar, you can. Okay. The Los Angeles Dodgers have told Elon Musk, thank you, but no thank you. The Dodgers rejected Elon Musk's $8 million Tesla ad to be displayed at Dodger Stadium. Here is the statement that the Dodgers posted in regards to this $8 million ad. Basically, he was going to pay them $8 million to put the Tesla ad up. Okay, moving right along. I just want to make sure y'all understood that. It says, while we respect the innovation that Tesla has brought to the world of tech and transportation, the Dodgers remain committed to partnerships that align with our core values, including sustainability, community, and responsible leadership. Baby, that's the nicest way I have heard kiss my ass in a long time. Thank you, grown woman. Don't try me for this. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Baby, that is the nicest way that I have heard somebody tell somebody else to kiss my ass in a long time. I'm going to read it one more time because this is so beautiful. It says, while we respect the innovation Tesla has brought the world of tech and transportation, the Dodgers remain committed to partnerships that align with our core values, which include sustainability, community, and responsible leadership. See, it's not that hard. Hey, to all of these businesses that are out here acting like it's so hard to say no, it's so hard to stand up to this bullshit that's going on. Guess what? It's not that hard. Now, don't get me wrong. I know some people have put themselves in a trick bag, but it is not that hard to say yeah, no. Also, remember that the Dodgers on their ownership family is Magic Johnson. So he is a part of their ownership family. I'm not saying that he's the only reason why. I don't want to reduce this down to Magic Johnson. I don't want to reduce it to that because this had to be I'm sure Magic Johnson's one vote would not have been enough to turn down an $8 million offer. But I do want to just bring that out. Okay. I remember the way that was said real nice. Right. I need to remember. Chuck said the same thing. I need to learn that kind of tact. Right. I became a Dodgers fan because of Holly Robinson Peete and her son RJ. Right. And RJ, baby, RJ got like 3 World Series rings. RJ is, for those who don't know, Holly Robinson Peete's son is autistic. And he was told, that he would never be able to do all of these things that he's doing a lot of it now. He works. He makes his own money. I believe he drives. I don't think he started dating yet. She said they're still working on the dating thing. And I think he lives in their, they have a guest house on their property. And I think, if I remember correctly, the last season of her show, remember she had a show and her mom was living in the guest house. And then her mom moved down to Palm Springs. And then she moved into the guest house and sort of made it like her own little office. But I want to say that on one of the episodes, he talked about wanting more independence and wanting to be able to do more things. And I believe he ended up moving into the guest house. So although he does not live as of the show, I don't know, he may have his own apartment now. But I also know that he was taking driving lessons, and I know he got his permit because he got his permit on the show. So, again, autism is a spectrum. And there are a lot of my student graduated today and he got into every college he applied for. And he wants to live on campus. And I'm a little nervous about him living on campus. However, I do believe he can do it. I believe that he can do it. And I think he's going to be going to Georgetown in the fall, living on campus. So, and he, that's close enough that if he needs to come home or something is happening, his family can get to him, but he catches the subway by himself now. He's left stuff on the subway before, and thank God Subway has been able to get him his stuff back. And, a couple of times he got to school and he had forgotten stuff. Child, he lost more lunch boxes than I know how to count, but he did it. He did it. Anyway, so shout out to the Dodgers. And fuck around and find out news. Target said that they still losing money. And I feel like they just underestimated us. And let me say this too. I need Black people to understand this is what we can do. Do I think, and I was reading an article today, I read a comment today where somebody tried to take away what we did with Target. I think this is a combination of things. The economy is bad and Target is overpriced. And no, ma'am. No, sir. No. Black folk stopped going to Target when the economy wasn't this. Black folk were still going to Target. Like now, all of a sudden, oh, well, they were overpriced and their products aren't all that great. Don't try to diminish what's going on. Don't try to diminish what the folk did down to the Target. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because a few people not shopping at Target because they feel like stuff might be overpriced. That is Target's stock is still down. Their stock is still down. And their profits are still lower than they even projected. They were like, yeah, we're going to lose a little money. They've lost. And the CEO himself even said, maybe we underestimated this situation. Exactly, lovely Nola. They are so mad, and I love that for them. And I love that for them. Let me read this. This is coming from Yahoo Finance. Oh, now they're trying to say it's the tariffs too, right? They're trying to say the tariffs. Oh, no, you fine, a grown woman. They say, okay. Target's latest earnings report shows the company may be losing the retail mojo it once had. The company reported first quarter revenue and earnings that missed analysis expectation Wednesday, citing weak customer sentiment, tariff uncertainty, and DEI backlash. Target also pulled back on its full year guidance. Target strategy, scale, and long. Okay, so it goes into all of that. Also, going into Pride season, that's another thing. When Target rolled back their Pride merchandise, all of that, because baby, Target used to be the place to go if you wanted some Pride merch. Baby, Target was the spot to go. If you wanted that rainbow stuff come May, rolling into Pride season, so you could get stocked up and be ready for Pride season, baby, Target was the place to go. Target has so much Pride merchandise, and now it's gone. I can't say it's all gone because I ain't been inside of a Target, but I know a lot of it's gone. And what is there, remember, it used to be in the front, and it used to be on all of the, like, as soon as you walked in the store, you saw it all right there in the front. Now it ain't there no more. And here's the other thing that Target is in trouble with. Target, the problem too is once people find other places to get what they need, it's hard to get those customers back. If they make an announcement tomorrow and say, y'all, we made a mistake. We really acknowledge the power of the Black dollar, and we are going to bring back our DEI initiatives, and we're going to start a think tank and a board. We're going to do all the things that y'all want us to do. The reality is a lot of people still won't go back. Yeah, they got rid of a lot of the Black History Month stuff as well. Yep. A lot of the stuff is people won't go back because now you have given us an opportunity to find other places to get the things that we thought we could only get at Target. Baby, y'all know I used to love me some Target. You know what else? People also realize how much money they were saving. I know I'm one of them because, baby, I would go into Target to get some toilet paper and I'd come out there $150 later. So I want to say it again. I didn't know Walgreens had all these little sales. Exactly. Mo Walker said, I'm shopping differently these days. Exactly. Chuck, I'm not doing this with you. Chuck said, no, I need more. I went into a Target and the Black-owned products they did have were very limited. They weren't restocking, but restocking everything around them. Mia said, yep, I'm saving a lot of money. I know people who literally, Tabitha did a video on that. And she said, I was trying to figure out why I had so much money in my account. When I was, doing my end of the month, sitting down break. She said, I was trying to figure out why I had so much money in my account. And I realized, oh, that's why I got so much money in my damn account. Because I ain't going down to the Target no more. So yeah, that's the risk that you run when you give people opportunity to find somewhere else to get what they need. They realize they don't really need you anymore. Y'all know I went to Costco. I got my mom's card. Remember I was telling you I got my mother's Costco card and I went down to the Costco and I got me some toilet paper, some paper towels. I got water, sparkling water. I got some laundry detergent. What else did I get? I feel like that's all I got. And I came out of there saying, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get my Costco card back. Because remember when I said, well, ain't no need for me to get a Costco card because I don't have anywhere to put all that stuff. And the product is too much stuff for me to put in my freezer, my refrigerator, and this, and this, and that. But as I was walking through the Costco, I was reminded about how much I love Costco. So now that sparkling water, y'all, I done fell in love with that damn sparkling water. And I want some more of it, but honestly, the amount of gas I would burn borrowing my mother's card every time I decided I wanted to get something from Costco, it really is worth it for me to just get a Costco membership. Plus the gas. I forgot about Costco gas. Baby, I filled up my tank. I said, oh, I forgot about this. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Costco this weekend. And the other thing I found too was somebody told me the best time to go to Costco is to go between the hours of 4 and 7. So I went after work that day. I went after work and baby, I was in and out. I was in and out of Costco in less than 40 minutes. I went in, picked up and that was me walking around looking because I couldn't, I hadn't been in a long time, so I didn't remember where everything was. Baby, that was me looking for the stuff that I needed, putting the stuff on the cart, looking at stuff. Nah, I don't need that. Oh, maybe I should get that. Nah, I don't know about that. Getting in line. I was literally the second person in line. Literally was the second person in line. They delivered through Instacart? Oh, you shouldn't have told me that. Hibiscus rose. You should have never told me that. Girl. What? Mimi Loves You said, really save your super chats for a week and you'll have your Costco membership. That's sweet. I hate to be the one to tell you, I don't get that many super chats. I mean, I appreciate the ones I get. I'm not begging. I'm not complaining, but I don't get that many. but honestly, I can get super. I can pay for the membership. And you don't need a membership if you go through Instacart. Yeah, I don't really. I feel like I need to go to the store until I get used to it again. Because it's been a long time since I've been through Costco. The Costco membership is not that much, y'all. But I just got to the point where I wasn't using it. I forgot how much it was. I'm gonna check it out when I go back. I'm gonna get my membership. I just don't remember how much it was. I don't know. Let me Google it because I don't know. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get my membership. Like I said, I may do it this weekend because I'm running out. Child, I'm running low on the water. I have plenty of regular water, but me and that sparkling water, we done fell in love. Let me see. How much is a Costco membership? Let me find out. Join today. Okay, well, tell me how much. Okay, for a regular member, $65 a year. Yeah, that's not a big deal. Yeah, I think the first time I got it, it was like $40 a year or something like that. But anyway, so anyway, and that's another reason why I said I'm gonna go ahead and get my membership too, so I can support Costco as well. All right, moving right along. Yeah, it's $65. Okay, moving right along. Okay, so there's that on the Target. Let me see. Okay, I have a few more things to go through that I screenshotted, and then we're gonna get to music exec Eugene Big U Henley reportedly representing himself in high stakes RICO trial after lawyer cites breakdown in communication. Sir, Big U, sir, Big U, sir. Sir, did you forget that you got like a 50 count RICO indictment? Like, sir, did you forget that you got like a 50 count RICO indictment? And then, remember they had said last week that they got like 20,000 hours of your phone conversations? 20,000. Not 200, not even 2,000, 20,000 hours. Sir, it says here, your lawyer said there's a breakdown in communication. I think you need to pick up the phone and call him. I don't know what that breakdown in communication was, but you need to pick up the phone and you need to call him. So you're going to walk into that court, that federal court, and represent yourself in a 50 count RICO indictment? Sir, yes, you need to ask him back. Send him some roses. Compliment what he does. Send him roses just because. If it's violins he wants, listen, you need to... For those who don't know, that's the lyrics to 5,000 Ways. I mean, y'all know the song. But you need to, sir. You're going to take on the whole federal government by yourself? Mind you already a convicted, maybe because he already a convicted felon, he feels like he could. Sir. Okay. Rob Wade was arrested. The rapper Rob Wade has caught a serious case. The 26-year-old rapper was arrested in Fulton County, Georgia on May the 20th, tied to a situation that reportedly went down back in April. Authorities hit him with 13 charges, including aggravated assault, criminal damage to property, having a weapon during a felony, reckless behavior, and even tampering with evidence. One of the charges accuses him of pointing a firearm at someone. Unconfirmed reports are saying that the person might be a woman. He didn't sit in jail long, though. He bonded out the same day. Back in 2022, he had a battery charge that was later dropped. And in 2024, he was arrested over a firearm situation that also got dismissed. Sir, I don't know what these people are thinking. Christian Gold, Jennifer Williams' husband baby mama came down to the internet and let everybody know that Christian is not paying his bills. Now, this is what I want to say about this. If y'all have been following Simone Redwine, baby, Simone Redwine has had Christian and Jennifer in the chokehold for months. And if y'all have been following her, none of this is new information. I think all of this is coming out because of the new season of Basketball Wives, and everything is going viral as it relates to Christian and Evelyn and Jennifer. But baby, we already knew that this woman had filed this case and that this man wasn't paying no child support. That woman, I believe at one point in time, that woman was on welfare, collecting food stamps while he was out here flossing, wearing, driving expensive cars and wearing expensive jewelry and talking about how rich he was, right? Yeah, so that's not new information. Right. If you've been following Simone, child, this ain't new. We knew it. But I just thought I would throw it out there. Now, listen. Before we get into this Ryan Clark RG3 conversation, which I didn't feel like having yesterday, and I kind of don't feel like having today, but we're going to talk about it. I need to talk to the people. I need you all. It's 212 y'all in here, and I'm talking to all 212 of y'all. Okay. Because even if this don't affect you, it affects somebody you know. Even if what I'm about to say don't affect you, it affects somebody you know. So I need all y'all to come to the front. Everybody. I need everybody. If there's some empty seats in the front, I need y'all to come down. My people are lit up in green. Y'all are in the VIP section. That's fine. Everybody else, I need y'all to fill up from the front. If there are any empty seats in the front, I need y'all to come down to the front. We got to have a serious conversation. We have to have a serious conversation. Y'all ready? I'm serious. I mean what I'm about to tell y'all. I'm serious about this shit I'm about to tell y'all. It's 200. It's okay. 2 people left. They didn't want to hear it. It's those 210 of y'all in here now. 2 people left. They said, I don't want this. I don't want to hear this shit. That's fine. The 210 of y'all that's still in here, come down. Ron Clark is your cousin. Tell him to come and interview with me. Thank you. Please and thank you. Tell them to come interview with me. Now listen. Klarna said that they are $99 million in debt. They said that they are $99 million in debt in the U.S. because people are not paying their loans off. They said that they are rethinking their AI strategy and they want to bring back human support. Okay. Now listen. I know and you know that that's not the reason why they $99 million in debt. I know and you know that's not why they in debt. Now that's fine. They can go ahead and bring back the real people. That's fine. That's more jobs for more people. But Klarna, listen, Klarna is the pay as you go. It's the same as Afterpay. It's the same as Affirm. It's the same as some of these other places. Let me explain something to y'all. Even if it's not you, even if you've never used Afterpay or Affirm or Klarna, let me tell you, you know somebody who has. I'm telling you what I know. I don't have to ask. I don't need to do a poll. Somebody you know has. Thank you for the super chat. Hold on. Let me go back up. Thank you, Hibiscus Rose, for the super sticker. Y'all putting money on my Costco membership. Thank you so much. Now, let me explain something to y'all. For y'all that be defaulting on these loans, and you know who you are now, that might not be none of y'all. That might not be none of the 218 people that's in here. That's fine. But you know somebody that has used this service. Y'all about to fuck it up for everybody. Okay? Because I ain't about to sit here and tell y'all no lie. Now, I don't use Klarna, but baby, I be using the fuck out of Affirm. Okay? Me and Affirm are good friends. Me and Affirm, we are good friends. And I ain't ashamed to tell y'all that, okay? And when I tell y'all that I travel and I do the things that I do, I don't sit here and pretend that I just got millions of dollars in the bank and I swipe. I don't pretend, okay? Let me tell you something. Y'all are getting ready to fuck it up for everybody. They let you stretch it out. If you need to stretch it out over 2 years, they let you stretch it out over 2 years. Now y'all about to fuck it up for everybody. They let you do it. You can do it on, and some of y'all do it on dumb shit. Now listen, far be it for me to tell y'all how to spend y'all money. Far be it for me. But can y'all stop using it for stuff that you didn't need it for? You don't need it for the $30 purchase down to the Amazon. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait till payday. You don't need nothing from Amazon that bad that you gotta go and do an Afterpay on it. You don't. You don't. Now save it for, them shoes you really need. You ain't really got the money right now. Okay? Save it for that flight. Okay? Hell, you could even put cruises on Afterpay. Now that's not, I'd never put no cruise on Afterpay. But you can. Y'all, all it is layaway. Y'all, all it is layaway. Now, somebody said, what about the interest? I know on a firm, if you pay it off within a certain amount of time, there's no interest. Just like a credit card. If you put something on your credit card and you pay it off before a certain time, and you don't have no interest on it, it's the same concept. But the difference is you really don't need good credit. So I think a lot of people who probably don't qualify for credit cards, or the credit card interest rate would be high as hell, I think they're using it a lot. But y'all about to fuck it up for all of us, because I love my firm and I have a very good credit limit with a firm. Okay, now y'all about to fuck it up. I'm gonna give y'all a perfect example of how you can pay it off. Well, I don't need it. Y'all understand basic concepts. You can buy plane tickets. Hold on. I'm gonna just read y'all I'm gonna just go into my Affirm app, because yes, it is on my app. Okay. Let me go into my Affirm app, and I'm gonna just give y'all some of the companies that you can buy stuff off on Affirm. Okay. Hold on. Lord, I'm trying to do my Face ID. Coach, Polo, Amazon, Expedia, Airbnb, Travelocity, Walmart, Southwest, Delta, American. Hold on. I'm going to keep going. Hold on. Let me see if it'll let me keep going. Okay, that's just the first ones that pop up. But y'all, I want to say Royal Caribbean is on here. I know most of the major airlines are on there. Listen, and the reality is, so let's say you can get patio furniture, right? So let's just say if you need to book a flight real quick and you don't really have the money right now, but you're going to have the money in a couple of weeks, but you need to book that flight today. Book the flight, pay it off. And when you set it up, they'll say, do you want to pay it in this many payments, this many payments, this many payments? I think they'll let you stretch it out up to 2 years, and even if you stretch it out for the full amount, it'll say, well, this is how much interest you're going to pay for this amount. This is how much interest. If you pay it off early, there's no penalty. So there's no penalty if you pay it off early. So for all of y'all people that's defaulting on these damn Klarna, see, that's the people that be going on these vacations and they ain't really got no money. When you see people and you be like, how you get to Coachella? And then you came back from Coachella and realized, shit, now I got to pay this $500 payment to Klarna to Afterpay, but I had me a good ass time in Coachella. But you knew you wasn't gonna have that $500 for that monthly payment when you went to Coachella. You didn't need the VIP pass to Coachella. If you wanted to go to Coachella, you could have just went and got the regular ticket. See what I'm saying? Y'all be doing too much, and y'all fucking it up for everybody. You can pay bills with it. Now, I ain't know you could pay no bills with that shit. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can put my bill in here. Hold on. Let me see if I can hold on. Let me see what I can put in. Let me see if it's in here. I don't think it's in here. Let me see. The Pep Boys is in here, though. I was gonna see if my utility company is in here. Nah, my utility company's not in here. Let me see DirecTV. Let me see if DirecTV is in here. No, not no DirecTV. You might be able to pay some bills, but not my bills on here, child. Child, DoorDash. Lord, DoorDash is on here. Lord have mercy. Dick's Sporting Goods, Downtown Locker Room, Discount Tire, Disney World. Now, I might need that one. I know I'm going to Disney World next month. I mean, in June. Yeah, that's next month. Shit. I might need to revisit that Disney World one. I might need to revisit Disney World. So, why you bullshitting? Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Hey, Abby, I'm about to check Universal. Let me see if I can buy my tickets for Universal. Shit. Why you playing? Nah, I don't see Universal. Anyway, see, listen, this is how I begin sidetracking. Oh, yes, it is Universal Theme Parks. I might need to revisit that. Okay, moving right along. I might need to go back to that and check out that Universal, get my tickets to Harry Potter World, child. Because I was told I need to get the lightning thing so I can get to the front of the line, child. Anyway, moving right along. Let's get into it. So let's get into this Ryan Clark RG3 thing. So yesterday, y'all asked me about it, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna feel like coming down here talking about it. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because this conversation is it's layers to it. But I found an article that we can kind of go through. So I'm gonna read y'all this article, and it sort of goes through what happened. So Ryan Clark is a former football player, and so is RG3. Both of them, well, RG3 got fired from ESPN, but both of them used to work for ESPN. Both of them played in the NFL. Ryan Clark has a very successful podcast called the Pivot Podcast. And I don't know if you guys know, but there was a whole situation with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. So for those of you who have not been following up with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, or don't know the story, Caitlin Clark, white girl from that played for Iowa State or University of Iowa, whatever. Angel Reese, y'all know, was the Bayou Barbie down at LSU. She was painted as the villain. You guys remember when she did this in the championship, and everybody turned her, oh, she's got bad sportsmanship. Oh, she's a terrible player. Why would she do that? That's so disrespectful. Yada 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 yada. And then when Caitlin Clark did it, she did the Dikembe Mutombo move, nobody said anything. Oh, that's just fun. Oh, it's just in good fun. So both of them went into the WNBA at the same time, even though Angel Reese's team won the championship and Caitlin Clark's team did not. Caitlin Clark was still the face of the WNBA. She won MVP, yada yada yada, right? I mean, rookie of the year, not MVP. Rookie of the year, yada yada yada. So there was a situation last week where their teams were playing against each other, and Caitlin Clark pushed Angel Reese down. Angel Reese got up. It was almost an altercation. Didn't quite happen, but you know, it's sports. It looked bad. That, you know, looked like they would get ready to fight, whatever. Caitlin Clark she got a double tech and she was ejected from the game. Angel Reese and Angela Boston both got flagrant fouls or something like that. So as commentators do, they were doing commentary on what happened. RG3 made it all about Angel Reese hating Caitlin Clark. Oh, she just hates her and she just doesn't like her and yada, yada, yada. Ryan Clark came back and did commentary about addressing the fact that RG3, because both of his ex-wife and his current wife are both white women, he sort of has a bias against Black women. And he spoke to the historical connection and so forth and so on all of those things, right? Then what did Dawn Staley say? Because I haven't looked at today's episode of The View. Her book is actually out. That's why I know that's why she was on The View. She was advertising for a book. What did she say? Tell me what she said, please. Because Dawn Staley, she's a victim of it as well as a coach at South Carolina State, with her team always made out to be these unruly, wild black girls. And, you know, of course, the white teams are always, it actually happened to her this year when her team was going against UConn. And the girl from UConn, which is a great player, but everything was about her, and none of it was about Dawn Staley's team. Anyway, moving right along. So I want to read y'all this article, which really breaks it all down. And then RG3 did a response to Ryan Clark while his wife was in the background, you know. And of course, that wasn't a good look. She concentrated on her book. She was very diplomatic and kept it positive. Well, that's how Dawn does. Dawn, you catch her on a bad day, she might throw some stuff out there, but for the most part, she keeps it pretty positive. All right, so let's read through this. So let's read through this article. I'm reading out of Yahoo Sports. So ESPN analyst Ryan Clark and Fox Sports analysis analyst, Robert Griffin III's public view about WNBA star Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark is no longer about basketball. The discourse between the former ESPN colleagues started over the Fever Sky game on Saturday when Clark was called for a flagrant foul on Reese in the third quarter. Griffin, who reacted in a video on Twitter with his wife, Gretty Griffin, sitting in the background, said that he believed Reese hated Caitlin Clark, and that's why the Chicago forward yelled at the Fever star after being fouled. In a separate video, Ryan Clark said that Griffin was fueling a negative narrative about Reese and villainizing her, while also including Reese, Griffin's wife, and their home life in his rebuttal. So that's the other thing. He was like, the Angel Reese is just, she made Angel Reese the villain, and Angel Reese has been the villain, has always been made to be the villain. Like, again, if you follow women's basketball, if you follow the WNBA, you know that Angel Reese was always made to be the villain. And one of the things that Robert Griffin said pissed me off. He was like, she said herself, she calls herself the bad guy. And I'm like, you idiot. She's buying into the title y'all have given her. She's capitalizing off of the title y'all have given her. She's not saying she really is the bad guy. She's saying that's what y'all have called me. So if I'm the bad guy, I'm the bad guy. Like, you idiot. Anyway. Clark, 45, and Griffin, 35, both of whom are black, were teammates with Washington in 2014. So they both played for the Washington Redskins, well, they were the Redskins at the time. Griffin's ex-wife, Rebecca, and current wife, Gret, are both white. The one thing we know about RG3 is that he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country, about what young black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlin Clark's rise and ascension into stardom, Ryan Clark said in a clip from his podcast. If you're RG3, when's the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling about what black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. Griffin posted another video response and explained that Ryan Clark crossed the line by bringing his family into it and said he launched a personal attack on him and his family over a sports opinion. Ryan Clark personally attacked me and my family personally over a sports opinion is cowardly, spineless, and weak. Ryan Clark personally attacking me and my family personally over a sports opinion is a bad look for ESPN and for him as a man. And this is what Ryan Clark posted on his Twitter, saying RG3 saying he could recognize hate when he sees it. When referring to Angel Reese's feelings towards Caitlin Clark was irresponsible, but not at all surprising. Clark's the biggest star in women's basketball and deservedly so. No need to beat up Reese to add shine to it. And then he went on from there. Ryan Clark publicly stood by his remarks in a series of tweets Sunday night and said Griffin was one of the worst teammates I've ever had, both on the field and in TV. Remember, they were both on ESPN, and RG3 was fired from ESPN. He said, bruh, you know what the truth, you know what it is with me and you. I saved you the entire season on Monday Night Football. I urge people to let you be you. No matter how corny, how bad a teammate you were, I had your back. When did you do? What did you do? Sorry. Invite someone on your show you knew I don't fool with to ask questions about me, and then hit me weeks later to tell me you're going to challenge one of my takes. You're a phony, bro. One of the worst teammates I've ever had, both on the field and in TV. You got to do what you got to do. I didn't attack your wife. I spoke on what you do on social media and TV. Like I said, I met your wife. She seemed like a lovely lady. That was worth more than the color of her skin. You be good, bruh. He then added, in no way tripping on any of it. I know exactly who I am, what I said, and what I said and why I said. Okay, let me say that again. I know exactly who I am, what I said, why I said it, and who I said it for. I can live with everything else. Ryan Clark and Griffin aren't the only sports analysts to publicly debate the Reese-Clark rivalry, which began during their college days with Reese and the LSU Tigers beat Clark's Iowa State Hawkeyes in the 2023 NCAA title game. Many have centered their takes around theories about race, while others have said it's a narrative that's being blown out of proportion. After the foul, Caitlin Clark walked away and Reese was held back by teammates. Reese and Fever forward Aaliyah Boston both received technical fouls before the Fever dominated the Sky on their home opener in Indianapolis. Caitlin told ESPN's Holly Rowe that there was nothing malicious about the foul. Despite her on-court reaction, Reese downplayed it in her post-game press conference and called it a good basketball play. The Fever, okay. So listen. I told y'all yesterday, as somebody who was here during the RG3 years, I'm gonna just say I'm gonna concur based on what I know, and I knew people who were in the locker room. I'm gonna just say it that way. I'm gonna leave it at that. Ryan Clark's assertion of RG3 is not too far off from what I've heard. He is a bad teammate. He is corny as hell, and he does have a color issue. Maybe it comes from his own questions of his own self-worth when he looks in the mirror. I don't know. But these are things that I've heard as well. El Michelle said RG3 is the one always bringing up race on TV and his wife's race on his social media. Yeah, he is. He is. So yeah, I personally just feel like I don't feel like Ryan Clark was wrong, because the Angel Reese Caitlin Clark debate has been going on for 3 years, and it is about race. Anybody that says it's not about race is living in an alternative universe. I'm not saying that people's opinion is right or wrong. I'm saying that the conversation is always about race, because you can't help but have the conversation as it relates to race. Angel Reese did some amazing things in her collegiate career, yet the headlines were always dominated by Caitlin Clark. And when a conversation was had about Angel Reese, it was always negative. Because, in my opinion, she was too black. And I don't mean complexion-wise. I mean, she wore the lashes. She wore the hair. She wore the outfits. She, had a pink G-Wagon. And she was on social media doing the social media things, right? So I feel like it was always about race. So for somebody to sit down and be like, oh, she just doesn't like her, she just hates her, I just think it's an oversimplification of the bigger issue. And I just need RG3 to go sit on somebody's couch and process his own issues with race. Andrew said, I've always heard he was a cancer to the locker room and had disturbing colorism issues that crossed into self-hate. Absolutely. I've heard the same thing. And again, I don't even want to get into why his career was so short. A lot of people blamed it on the coaching here. A lot of people blamed it on they shouldn't have let him play. They knew he was hurt, da 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 da. But what a lot of people who didn't have their ear to the ground and understood what was going on here, RG3 wanted to play, and RG3 actually went over the coach's head to the owner. And y'all know we had that terrible ass owner at the time, but went over the owner's head. I mean, went over the coach's head to the owner so that he could play. And it ended up costing him his career. But had he sat his ass down like he was told to, he might have had a few more years to play. The other thing was RG3 was a phenomenon that first year, but once the coaches started watching tape and they were able to catch up, you know what I'm saying? Because they were doing sports commentary, Chuck. Poor Chuck. He said, why are they talking about the WNBA? Because they were doing commentary on the game. That's what they do. Just like I talk about all kinds of stuff here. They talk about all kinds of sports, even though they have a football background. Had he listened to the coaches and did what the coaches told him to do, then, his career may have lasted a little bit longer. But, oh, Lord, hold on. What? Sorry, somebody sent me something. Another Sammy Sosa. Ooh. Mike Shanahan had his own idea of proper QB, and I don't think RG3 was it. But again, I'm not gonna put it all on Mike Shanahan. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mike Shanahan had his set of issues. Trust me, but I ain't gonna put the RG3 stuff all on Shanahan, because I know for a fact that they would go over his head. And once you go over the boss's head, you've taken away the boss's authority. Clinton Portis did the same thing. Clinton Portis used to go directly to Dan Snyder when the coaches wouldn't give him what he wanted. And, so anyway. All right, y'all, let me get off of here. I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. All right, y'all, I'm about to talk to y'all later. Peace.